How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Today, this presentation is about education and video games and how they both are intertwined in very unique ways. And the purpose of this presentation is to persuade the the parents of younger kids to encourage them to get these games and also encourage their kids to get different. It's a lot of different games for PS4, Xbox, and even just phone apps that are very educational for everything. So what video games do, depending on, but you do have your bad sides to the video games. You have games that that's very gory. Games like it's a lot of gory games out there. Um, but but even with those, it's still a educational effect to it. and and with this presentation, I will be going over video games, how the levels in video games and how multiplayer games help in educational games and how video games well now, and you can mark my words on this, will prevent the next generation from having technophilia, technophobia. Um, so let's get into it. First, I want to talk about the levels. You see, with the different levels of video games, this helps. In my opinion, this helps the users, which are the kids. This helps them be more dedicated to something, if I'm saying it right. When you have to just think about it, if you playing a video game and you have to get past this level on it, you try your hardest and you come up with different strategic ways that the game allow you to get past it, but you have to figure it out and get past it. And that is a very important point like I want to make is the levels, because say, and this could be on any game, even if it is a gory game, or let's just go with, say, a race car game, or say Tekken, or just say a race car game. If you have 10 levels and each levels get harder, it makes you get in tune with more, so you have to figure out how to win, and it gives you a sense of determination. Because I know back when I used to play more games than I do now. I still play video games from time to time, but I used to a lot back when. So and I could say that just the parts of me having to get past different levels and stuff like that, it give you a more determined mind state, and that can go from just in everyday life. But the only problem is when you start spending too much time. Like, you might spend 2 days straight playing a game like that. That's when it can get, come on, then you can't do that. But and next I want to touch on multiplayer games. This multiplayer games really helps with teamwork. If you may be in school but you don't really too much be in group work like that, multiplayer games, say, like, it could be any kind of game, any kind. Um, but but don't get the gory games for your kids. But I'm just saying, this is how video games help out, because when you got like a 4-player game and it's a game to where you have to work together as a team, the 4 players on them split screen, when you have to work as a team to get a job done, that's like group work at school. That's like group work anywhere. So it really helps. And I want to touch on, but the biggest part is um educational games. They got plenty of educational games. They got Math Blaster, Reader Rabbit. It's tons of educational games out there that actually you could say if you in space and you gotta shoot out the like a starship game, but on Math Blasters it might have 2+2 on there, and when you click 4, it'll shoot the 4. And the numbers be out in space or wherever the like atmosphere at. It's a it's a good game for education, and you can learn but actually be playing a real game that's actually fun, and that's how the game stimulates your mind, because you're not bored with doing just the regular math problem or just bored with the reading. It gives you different images, and you playing a real game, but you have to know the math in order to beat the game. So it's the same thing goes for all of them. But and also video games, you can mark my words on this one. Video games will prevent technophilia. I can already see it, because now I walk around, I see kids with tablets and and the phone with the phone on computers, even more. You see, technophilia is basically a fear of technology, or fear of more advanced devices with technology. And this is mostly for older people that maybe just started getting on the computer when they were older. But the usage of video games, it really does help, because when you playing a game, you gotta go through the start menu, you gotta go through the load, you gotta pick your characters, you might have to pick your car. You got the load menu, options menu. You can change up stuff within the game. It shows you um how to prepare for whatever moment is about to happen with the game. So that's a good one good thing. And just like for example, if you have a PlayStation 4 like myself, you notice that um all of the games, well, every PS4 you can get internet access. So basically, even though you playing the game, you still are on a computer. And you got kids come up from their early ages on up, and if they playing, they already in tune with technology. So there's no reason they should be scared to get on a computer, because if you have a gaming system, you basically own the computer every time you get on the game. Yeah, but that was my presentation. Um, we have went over video games, we went over levels, we went over the multiplayer games, we went over the educational games, and we went over how video games will prevent technophilia as time progresses. I can already see it. And but when I was but the persuasive angle for this video, what I used was trying to strengthening the audience commitment to the topic of the video game. It was strengthening and weakening to a certain degree, because some people, I don't know many now, but but some people don't like for their kids to play that many video games. But I do agree with that to a certain extent, but I'm trying to strengthening your commitment into getting more educational games, as well as if you get say the popular games. And plus, I also use really kind of like a sense of urgency for parents to do this for their kids, because as we know, time will keep going. So you want to do it now while they're younger, and it really will help with the education. And plus, and also my third tactic is I didn't want to belittle the source. When I say belittle the source, I mean I didn't want to talk about just one specific point of the video game. I wanted to. The reason why I brought in gory video games, and plus racing games, then you have the game for like smaller children too. Um, it's kind of like I was just telling you, video games have educational point in whatever type of game you play, but I encourage a parent to let their kids mostly focus on the positive video games. Yes, but I'm Vernon Gerard Brace. That was my presentation. Thank you.